Recently, the Clinton Presidential Library released footage from a state meeting between President Bill Clinton and President Heydar Aliyev, the father of Azerbaijan's current president. I noticed you were present at that meeting, and also as well as the state dinner that followed that meeting. Do you remember that meeting,
Yes,
right? You do.
very vividly, because I had left Azerbaijan and was getting ready to go to Bosnia. People in Washington said, no, no, you have to stay for this visit. And I was happy to do that, because we worked very hard to make that possible, because we were anxious to expand on the energy relationship, build on that, notwithstanding Section 907 of the Freedom Support Act. And Vafa Gulizadeh, the late Vafa Gulizadeh, was instrumental in making that happen. And I remember after we left the White House for this meeting, I walked out with President Aliyev and Vafa, and Heydar Aliyev had this smile on his face. It was just wonderful. He was so pleased with the visit, and he congratulated Vafa for all his hard work and thanked me as well. But that was really an important event. I think it solidified the foundation, although we've had rough spots since that time, of a strong U.S.-Azerbaijan relationship.
I also noticed that Ilham Aliyev was also present at that dinner. And I want to ask you what was going through your mind back then when you saw him, because at that time, Heydar Aliyev was still firmly in power. And very few people in Azerbaijan could even imagine that his son might one day succeed him. Did the fact that he brought his son alone to such a high-level meeting raise any questions or perhaps suspicions for you at that time?
But he was, at that time, the vice president of SOCAR. And I think that the formal reason for him being there was that relationship, because there were these agreements that were being signed with American energy companies. But he did not, obviously, it was clear who was president of Azerbaijan, and he did not play a particularly important role there, other than through the SOCAR connection. But I don't think from the U.S. side that any of us were thinking of at that point of Ilham as the next president of Azerbaijan. His presence there, he had come to the United States several times in his SOCAR capacity, so he was already known in the oil business as someone who was important in Azerbaijan's decision making. But it was always in a secondary role to the role that Heydar Aliyev played.